they did not want to put in the same effort that I wanted to be in.
Mhm.
And that's one of the very first things I learned about shamans, and I really, really know now. No matter how much I pay anybody, no one's going to care as much as you do.
Yo, before we hop into this next episode, I want to personally invite you to join our community where we're growing, we're elevating, and we're cutting the excuses. All I want you to do is hit that subscribe button and feel free to comment. I love you. I appreciate you. Now let's get into the video. What up, y'all? Welcome back to Cut the Excuse podcast with your boy, Already No Excuse. We got a special episode with my guy, Josh Johnson. How you feeling today, man?
I'm
I'm feeling great, man. We actually had a conversation, and you give a lot of game on social media. I think a lot of what you put on social media is game, and if somebody don't catch it, then that's their fault. But you put out a lot of game, and I love watching your stories. But I want that game to transfer into this video because I think it could help a lot of people. Before we get there, though, I want you to introduce yourself and let the viewers know, the listeners know, who is Josh Johnson.
Got you. So Joshua Johnson, restaurant owner, investor, winner, giver, backer,
Winner.
That's pretty much the gist of things. Dad, you know what I'm saying? That's like the gist of things. Yeah.
Okay, owner of
Owner of Shauna.
Shauna is one of the best spots in Orlando.
Listen, that's what they say. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I don't like to toot my own horn.
Yeah, I was about to say you just about to fly over that one, but it's definitely good to have you here. You were one of the people that when I first moved here with Bryce and Cole and all of us, you gave us a lot of love and a lot of tips. As soon as we came in the door, you showed a lot of love, especially because we both come from that East Coast area. So I definitely want to say I appreciate you for that. But I want to get to that story, right? How did Josh get from New York to Orlando to being one of the best businessmen in Florida to this day?
Oh man, it's hard to put into words. But I'm originally from here.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, actually, originally from here. I don't really say it too much because
New York a little different.
Yeah. I was in New York for 12 years.
Okay.
And really, just being in New York for 12 years, and as you know, because I lived in your city for a couple of years, just the hustle and bustle, the fast pace.
Right.
I was really able to like soak everything in. Like anytime I went out, I tried to make it a point to either talk to like a business owner or a stockholder or an investor or just really anybody.
Yeah.
But Shauna's is like my seed money. So the reason why I started Shauna's is, up top, we have a lot of small mom and pop restaurants.
Yeah.
And when I came down here, I wanted some real food. And I couldn't find any. And that's when the bowl popped into my head to start a restaurant. And that's essentially how business started for me in Orlando, was because of Shauna's.
Okay. And you talked about asking people about businesses or whatnot. And I want to see, how did you have that curiosity? Because in New York and Jersey, even though it's fast paced, that also means it comes with a lot of distractions, right? So what was your mindset on, instead of these distractions, I'm going to ask these people a lot of questions that can help me in the future? I
wanted some fucking money.
Okay.
Like, that's what it was. Like, a lot of us, thank God, not us, anybody in this room, but a lot of people would see somebody like in a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or in a high penthouse, and we would just sit there and like, oh man, that must be nice, and but instead of just like daydreaming about it, whoever had that stuff, I would go approach them like, how'd you get these things?
Yeah.
What did you do? How did you operate? Who did you see? Who did you not see? How much do you sleep? How much do you eat? And those are things that I would do. So that's what it was. I wanted some money. I wanted some money just like that. I didn't want to just just wanted my whole entire life, because I've seen like family members like want stuff their whole entire life and just not work for anything. Just keep wanting, but not doing shit. So I wasn't gonna do that.
But even besides wanting the money, right? Because the money goes a long way, but also it's not gonna wake you up at that 6 a.m. and get you to Shauna's on the perfect time, or just have you in that mindset of every day you want to wake up and make sure Shauna's the best restaurant in Orlando. So the money does play a part, and played a huge part on why I started Shauna's. But what gives you that drive to say I'm gonna be the best?
Probably Kobe Bryant. You know, I just want to dominate, you know, really everything that I do.
Yeah.
And that's really is. I want, and that's like the thin line in between wanting the best for other people, because I love other Black-owned restaurants. I know a lot of them, but I still want to. I want to dominate. I don't want you to make a competitor. I'm a competitor,
right?
And sometimes it be like, you know what? Because I want to help. As you know, I like to drop jewels and help other people out, but I also want to destroy you.
Right.
That's just how I'm built. That's how I'm streamlined. It is what it is. So besides the money, it's wanting to dominate. Then obviously, you know, my family. I want to take care of my family, because I just seen people, you know, just do their family wrong or not really take care of them, or again, just wanting more but never doing anything about it. So yeah, just money and wanting to dominate, and just really wanting to shit on people. Sometimes I want to shit on people, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to show people. I like sometimes every now and then I like to put shit in people's face, whether it's money, cars, and you know, whatever it is, property. Just because if that was me, that would motivate me. But I do understand that everyone's like that. Some people look at me all, man, he's arrogant. That's fine. That's not my audience. My audience is like, he got that. Now I want to get it. Right. That's my type of audience, and that's probably, it's not the majority of people. It's the minority of people, and I'm fine with that.
Right. But how do you stay Joshua, right? Because now you went from the New York fast pace to Orlando, and now you're up there, right? You have that high status. How do you stay Joshua? Because we get along everywhere we go, right? And we see the pain. You come to the gym, we race, I smoked you, things like that, okay? But no matter what, I still can connect to Joshua, right? Even though I'm not there yet, but I still could connect to Joshua. So how do you stay Josh in the midst of the success?
That's a good question. It's kind of hard to explain, because I still relate to. I still remember when I was dead broke. I still remember when I lived off $1 a day for like 3 weeks. I still remember when I had to sleep outside because I didn't have enough money for the city bus. I actually in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I still vividly remember all those things, and it was so tough. Like I've been good for a long time, but I've been bad for way longer than I was good. So
I wanna dive into that, because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with the $1 every day for 3 weeks?
So I moved from Orlando. There was on the radio shows like, hey, you want to be a model, an actor, come to this auditorium. Long story short, so I went. It was like 1,000 of us. They chose like 15 people. Okay, I got signed, moved to New York, and in my head, I thought that once I moved to New York, I thought that I was going to just be famous or have money, because I was going on auditions, but I wasn't booking anything. And I came up there with like $300 and a fucking garbage bag of clothes. That's all I had. And as soon as that money,
so you were one of those people that they go to New York and let they dream, or LA, $100.
That was me all day. Yeah, moved up there. The money slowed down. Thank God I'm from a middle class family. So when I lived, so the money was dwindling down, and I didn't know anything about money management. I was so naive and so confident that I was gonna book the next audition, book the next role. And I'm like, you know what? I got $100 this week. It's fine, because I got audition tomorrow. I'm about to book that. Yeah. That's gonna be $300,000, and I'm $3,000, and I'm that good. None of that shit happened. So the money kept going down, 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 until I had like $100.
Right.
And so $1 a day, it was like for 3 weeks, where I was like eating, ramen noodles and chips and whatever the case was. But yeah, $1 a day for 3 weeks, bro. And it's kind of hard for me and it's gonna be kind of hard to understand, but I'm not getting emotional or anything, but I can't even really remember it, because it was such a hard time. Like I try to push it out of my brain. So I can't even really remember everything that I did, but I just know it was $1 a day.
So you don't use that as motivation anymore? Is that like just you try to?
I don't use it as motivation, but I just remember it. So that's why I'm still very relatable, because I know that I'm doing good, but still anything could change like this.
Right.
Like
right.
I always say, Michael Jackson can go broke.
Mhm.
That means anybody can go broke.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm doing good, but we know richer people that way rich people that
Right.
So I always put that in my mind, like, and this shit can change tomorrow.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
So how does that affect your day-to-day then? If you know that you're up here now, but at any moment, if you make a wrong move, that it could go backwards.
That's why I'm always fast in texting, or fast in reminding, or fast in emailing, or fast at responding, because I know that it can all be over. So I always have to be on top of every single thing.
Mhm.
So that's why
I actually want you to get into that Mark Cuban story.
Okay.
About you replying back fast.
Yeah. So during the bubble, NBA bubble, once they reached out, we got signed up. Mark Cuban,
The Mark Cuban.
yeah, Mavericks owner.
Right.
So he actually wasn't the first person to email me. It was a staff member who emailed me, and he liked the way I email. I guess he forwarded the email to Mark Cuban, and then Mark Cuban emailed me back. It was like, hey, thank you so much for emailing back fast. I did, a little research on your business. Mind you, we had just opened up in like 4 months. So in his eyes, he's like, what the hell is this young ass kid know about, responding back fast? You guys just opened up. You're not overwhelmed. You're very confident. But then that's New York, other side, or New Jersey, it make you confident, arrogant. Could be good, could be bad.
Right.
But that's how we got connected. Just from them wanting food and me responding. I think I responded back in like 10 minutes or less, bro. Yeah, 10 minutes or less. And that's just how we connect. Just so me responding back fast, and it kind of snowballed.
And what doors have that opened up?
Oh man. I mean, it's another hard question to answer. So it's opened up doors, but at the same time, I kind of use his name for leverage when I have to.
Gotcha.
So not necessarily him opening up doors, but it's still him. But I'm using his name for certain things.
Yeah.
When I want to reach a certain person on top, I maybe CC him in, and he'll just say, "Oh, yo, he good," something like that. So yeah, just a lot of doors.
That's dope though. That's super dope. That's Mark Cuban. That's not just an average name you walk around with.
Right. But that's the bad thing about me being a confident New Yorker. I love Mark Cuban. He's cool, but I still don't get that he's Mark Cuban. I'm
right.
Look, I'm gonna be better than you one day. So
yeah,
cool.
Okay,
thank you.
Talk now. Talk, John.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Got you. So you're very, very passionate about the small things in business,
right?
And I want you to speak on, especially to the new entrepreneurs or the people that's coming straight out of college and they want to live their dream, they want to go to the next level. You're very focused on doing the small things right. And I want you to talk about and emphasize on why that's so important.
It's so important because everything starts there. I kind of wish I wrote this down, but the top 3 things in succeeding very, very fast is being on time. Again, that's just something in this generation. Not everyone, the majority, they want to be so cool.
Yeah. They
want this status that they haven't even worked for yet. They look at these Instagram people. It's like a cycling effect. They'll look on Instagram, see someone that they think is cool, but that person they're looking at is actually fucking struggling.
Right.
And so you look, I want to be them, but not really realizing they ain't doing what you think they doing. So yeah, back to that. Big on time. Don't be one of them cool people, man. You're not going to succeed like that trying to be that cool person. 2 is like going back to reply back fast. And 3 is always using your vocabulary as a service. But what I mean by that is when I'm at Charlotte's and someone comes in, I'm always trying to service them. Like somebody say, hey, I want to come check out your restaurant. My wording is always, we can't wait to serve you. And that's just like instilling it, like, okay, like it makes you feel like we're here and they're there, which is fine.
Right.
So it's always like being a servicing person, like maybe like a butler, not really a butler, but that type of like, what can I do for you? How can I help you? What, what's going on? What can we do? So I feel like those are the three things that like young people need to do. But yeah, it just in I can go really on and on. I just hate that a lot of them like the social media thing is really just it's nuts, man.
Right, it is.
It's nuts.
It is.
I feel like you can just have a podcast just on how good and bad like.
I was just about to say it's good too in a sense because it got me here, but also it's a lot of bad things. The comparisons,
yeah,
the atmosphere of opinions that really don't matter.
right.
Is
also that.
Yeah, I mean you could talk about that as well, but the amount of opinions that don't matter, and now there's a high level of depression now,
Mm-hmm.
a high level of anxiety now. Like I'm about to go in a deep hole on that one, but I wanna ask you, how do we redirect the youth and taking the good in social media and not letting the negative affect the day to day in business or in school, or how do we redirect that cool in a sense?
Honestly, and people may not like this answer.
Mm-hmm.
We can't.
Mm-hmm.
We can't. The losers are going to remain the losers.
Right.
They're going to remain. Okay, I shouldn't say losers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told guys. Okay, what's a good word for loser? Yeah, man.
Somebody. Second place.
Second place. They're always going to be the second placers because they can't recognize what winning is. They may want to be a winner, but they don't want to do the things that you need to do to win. And as soon as that maybe one or two things don't get right, it goes like, oh man, I can't do that. Oh man, well this person already did that, because so many people would rather just watch all the winners. And it's always been like that. So it's like I don't think we can redirect it, but that's a good thing for the winners because it's just always so fucking easy. I always say like. Some people say, oh, so-and-so about to sell food and so-and-so about to open up a restaurant. I'm like, yeah, but how long they going to do it for? How long they going to do it for? Because I done been through stuff where I could have quit a million times before. I know nobody. I know the majority, they don't have the passion or the will to do all the things I did to succeed. So I know that the competition is only going to be there for 3-4 months, and then they out the way. Yeah, I know they out the way. So yeah, I just don't think there's any redirection, but that's why the winners are the winners. Like it's like MJ, LeBron, whoever, all the winners. It's because of they're always going, and it's kind of hard to explain, but they're always going to be losers because they'd rather watch us. That's what they rather do. But they think they want to win, but they just get trapped at just just watching. Like Randy, man, I could be a trainer. What time you get up?
Right.
I gotta walk.
Right.
Why you call? I gotta answer the cell. It's that. It's just a cycle and effect. And then you go back to looking at Randy's page, and you're like, I can do that, and then something else. Like bullshit. You can't. You're not doing. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
You just want to watch. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Right, and they just watching that highlight reel, right? Because even you talking about winners, people don't know that winners fail the most.
Oh yeah, we trying.
Right, we just try harder.
We just trying harder. We working harder.
We persevere harder. That's about it. So, what's your biggest loss, even in life or in business? Since you're one of the winners, what was one of your biggest
loss? Biggest loss,
failure. Something that had to make you pivot.
Oh man. See. I'm gonna stick to Shaw's because Shaw's is like just my baby. Oh man. Probably biggest loss. See, I can't like the
biggest loss.
Biggest loss.
Or a loss that had to redefine your thought process or redefine the way you structure business.
Okay. I'm gonna say a couple things that comes to the top of my head. I'm gonna start off with crabs. So we used to sell snow crabs. Right now we sell snow crabs, but we tried snow crabs before. And the thing you have to learn, you have to know about Shaw's, about restaurants. It's always little small things that can just get you to point A to point B to point C. It's never anything large. It's always the small things. I want to say that one of the biggest things was crabs. So we came out with crabs and we posted on social media. And it was crabs, greens, and mac and cheese.
Okay.
Now, does that go together? Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. But I don't eat crabs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really eat greens. I do eat mac and cheese. So in my head, I was like, hey, it doesn't look good, but just try it.
Right.
But the social media world was like, yo, this don't go together, da-da. And then I kind of lost, I forget how much crabs we bought, but maybe I lost like just $1,000. But that taught me that sometimes you can't be some trailblazer. Sometimes it has to be crabs, sausage, shrimp, and like it has to remain whatever it is.
Right.
Like be a trailblazer. So that's one of the things. Another thing, thought process at Shauna's. Probably working with certain family members.
Ooh.
Yeah, working with some family members, because you hear a couple of things, don't work with family, and then that's the majority of people I feel like that say that, and then you got the minority who says, you can make it work. But when I first opened up, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 family members that worked for me. We first opened up, and that shit fell miserably very fast.
How many do you have now?
I have 2 that still work for me out of 7. So those 2 things taught me just a lot about business. But the way my brain works, like the snow crab is a very small thing, but that I kind of moved that information onto other things.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you took that lesson.
I took that lesson. See, it's stuff like when you say take that lesson, I'm not the best with words. So it's stuff like that, which I could just spit out like that. But yeah, I took the lesson, and that's one of the things that makes me such a decent businessman, is I'll take the smallest lesson from any little thing, like move it around. Like, I think I know it's because da. But yeah, I feel like those are 2 of my biggest.
I want to know more about the family thing. Not to get like too into it, but why do you think it didn't work? Because a lot of people say don't do business with family or don't do business with friends, right? Like, why does that not work sometimes?
In my case, it was they did not want to put in the same effort that I wanted to be in. And that's one of the very first things I learned about Shauna's, and I really, really know now. No matter how much I pay anybody, no one's going to care as much as you do. So whatever business you have, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for failure if you think someone's going to care about your business the way you do. No matter if a restaurant, a corner store, fitness, food, whatever it is, no one's going to care. And that's one of my biggest mistakes. I used to be like, yo, I did all this work.
Right.
Why ain't y'all showing up on time? Motherfuckers don't care about. They don't care. They don't care. That was so they didn't want to work as hard as me. And they felt like since I was family, they felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do. And I'm younger than all of them. So they don't want to listen to somebody who's at least 5-6 years younger than them.
Right.
So that was the main issue. No one wants to work as hard as me, and they want to do what they wanted to do the whole time, and that just wasn't gonna fly.
So even with the losses though, how do you get back up from them, or how do you sustain the high quality of business?
See, that's when I wish my brain was like different, because I don't even know really how to answer that question really good. You just have to. Like
you don't got no other choice.
You have no other choice. Like, it's either quit or figure it out, and it's very easy to quit.
Right.
But I just wish I was better with my words, because you can't quit. Like all this, like the land, the penthouses and the cars. Like what? Like you're not gonna get none of it.
Right.
If you quit, you're not gonna get none of it. The girl, you're not gonna get none of it. You're gonna be a bum. And that's what I put in my head. Like, if you quit, and it's not even if I quit. Obviously, if I quit, I can, work at Gators. I can go. I'm like, I can't do none of that, man. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I've done it. I can't do it. I had to be an owner. I had to be. So yeah, I couldn't. I felt like I was gonna be a bum. It's just I can't be a bum. That's it. I can't. I need the cars.
So
I need it all.
So you said you mentioned being an owner.
Yeah.
How do you identify? Because obviously everybody can't be the owner of something. How do you identify which type of team member you are, or if you're the owner, you're the assistant, like you're the soldier? Like, how do you identify what part you play in either your dream or somebody else's dream?
Man, that's a good question. Wait, say it again.
So you mentioned that you own, right? You want to own. You wanted the Lamborghini. You couldn't be a bum, right? You knew personally that you had to be the owner. Like, this is your passion. This is your dream. Everybody can't be an owner though. Like, everybody wants to start a business, but as you see, a lot of people fail because they just don't have that leadership in them. Right. Those leadership qualities. Right. So how do you determine whether you're that person, that owner, or if you just the assistant that makes sure the owner gets everything done, or you're the soldier that makes sure like this business is gonna succeed? Like, how do you know which person or which member you are?
I feel like you just know. I feel like big word here, accountability. Like, people really
big word.
You'll be surprised. For a lot of people, it is.
Okay.
I'm not like a big long word, but just like very important.
Okay, gotcha.
You have to have some kind of accountability in knowing what you built for. I learned very fast and being an owner. I have a conversation with somebody for 2 minutes, and they be like, "Oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that." But then I'm in my head, I'm like, "No, you fucking don't. You don't have that in you." And it's okay for you not to have that in you. Right. You're gonna go way farther if you really recognize, if you're a soldier, if you're an assistant, if you're owner, if you just put accountability in yourself. Yeah. You can save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of everything. Yeah. So I feel like the best way I can answer that is like, you know what's within you. Like, it ain't no. I'm gonna pivot a little bit. Okay. It's like these people who read. Okay, there's nothing wrong with reading books. There's nothing wrong with going to these seminars. These seminars, books,
the courses,
courses.
Talk to me now.
None of those. It's like those people. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to this seminar, and then I'm going to one on the 3rd, and then I'm going to the one on the 10th. It's like, what are you fucking doing with the information? Right. Like, are you soaking anything in? You're just bouncing around to all these seminars, and it's like, oh, this is 10 books to read. You look at their life like, what are you doing with all this shit that you got going on? There's nothing wrong with reading. There's nothing going to seminars. Right. But you're doing it wrong. And so many people think that they're just going to these seminars and like, they have a fucking whole notebook of these notes and what to do. Put that shit down and just try to do whatever you're doing first.
There's no action behind it.
There's no action behind it. Yeah. The action for them is making these other people richer. That's all it is. It's like, I'll get people coming reaching out to me and wanting me to be a business coach and this, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll pay you whatever." I'm like, man, I'm not taking your money, because you ain't really doing this. Just be like, "Oh yeah, I had a chat with Josh and he taught me this." Yeah. And when you gonna start? Well, I gotta talk. I gotta meet with Randy.
Honestly, yeah.
And after Randy, I'm gonna go to L. After L, I'm gonna go to E, and then I'm gonna start. But then it's another next person. It's another next person. Then what was I talking about again? Because that shit pissed me off. Because you say it every day. Like, stop reading all these books, man. If you're not doing anything.
The accountability.
Okay, yeah, accountability. You got to know if you gotta know if you that dude, that girl, whatever. You have to know.
Right. So besides the accountability, what are other characteristics of a leader, or that you believe a leader should possess?
I can't really say into words. I feel like I'm a chameleon. I feel like you just have to know, because being an owner, you have to. There's not one way to be. Like, one day it may be accountability. The next day it could be being on time. The next day it could be something else. Like, you're really not the same person every single day.
So adapted.
Adapted.
Okay.
I capped it.
Got
You
it.
have to
When you
adapt
say
to
chameleon, I
see.
thought about it.
That's why I surround myself with people that's smarter than me. You have to be able to adapt to whatever situation, because an email to Mark Cuban and an email to somebody else is going to be different. Now, you're still going to be proper, you're still going to be nice, but it's going to have a different feel to it all.
Right.
So yeah, I don't have the list of things, but you have to be you have to adapt to every single thing, because in business, like, it's just the smallest 0.1% of margin could be a yes or it could be a no, but it all depends on like reading the room. That's a problem a lot of people have. They don't know how to read the room. They don't know when to shut the fuck up. You don't know that a person can be telling you no 10 times, and you done asked the 11th, like, bro, you gotta read. They already told you no already. What are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, that's my answer. I don't even know if I answered the question.
I just want to point out, this might be the funniest episode we have thus far. All right, so I see a lot of the Kobe Bryant statues that you took and implied in your business and your lifestyle. Besides the winners win, and I know you live by that, what are the other Kobe Bryant attributes that you instill in your life? I know you're a huge fan of Kobe Bryant.
Right.
If the viewers or listeners didn't know.
The one where he talks about, you just got to keep going. That's it. Like, you have to just keep going. Like, the sun is going to shine. Life is going to go on with whether you get up or not. Life is going to go on. Whether you buy, life is always going to go on nonstop. And like, again, not to pivot a little bit, but like, I'm 34. And we're on. Wow. Right, gentlemen. See, we're late.
34.
That was funny. I said, damn. Damn.
Right. See, 34.
34. I forgot what I was talking about.
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished. Like, you have to keep going. The job is not finished. You haven't won the championship yet. Like, you have to keep going. And again, I've told you, we talked about this before. There's no secret to success.
Yeah.
There's no, like, if you do this and do that, you good to go.
Oh, wait. Please go further into that. Because there's a lot of books and articles and videos of the secrets to success. And I just need you to clarify that.
All those people who do that are frauds.
Okay.
I don't give up. I don't care. I don't have no friends that do it. Oh man. This is horny. These, like, yeah, there's no secret into success, because if you look at all these, if it's 1 million successful people, like, they do some of the baseline things the same, but everything else is different. There is no, like, the secret is doing this. If it was a secret, the secret is you have to do the hardest part about business is doing the easy thing every single day.
Okay. Say that one.
The hardest part about business is doing the easy thing every day.
Explain.
Like, for instance, if you have to check your email at 10 a.m. every morning, it's easy until you got to do it Monday. Until you was drinking Monday night, you got to do it Tuesday.
Gotcha.
Until you got the flu, but you still got to do it Wednesday. Your kids are sick, you still got to do it Thursday. Oh, you did this. It can't be no excuse. You have to do it every single day. You have to keep showing up every single day. And those are just the simple things on success. It's just showing up every day. It's just showing. I mean, it almost makes me mad and makes my skin boil, because it's very easy, but it's not, because too many people just want to watch. Too many people are just sheep and just want to watch. But yeah, I mean, that's a simple thing. It's just doing it every day. Whatever you have to do it every day. But you have to do it with the same passion every day.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
And it's really not hard, but it is hard.
Right.
It's like, how hard is it just to check the email?
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But it's just the way life works. I mean, you can make an excuse or whatever you really want to make. You can make an excuse for anything.
Right. That's true. So before we end this, just two more things. What's next for Josh? What's the next milestone or the next big thing for Josh?
My next big thing is to I don't know. I don't know, because in the back of my mind, I want to say this real quick. Mm-hmm. Being in the position I am, I'm always torn between going too far and scaling it back. Because if I really wanted to be like the way I want to be 24/7, I don't think I would have any friends. Because some people would say, hey, I want to do this. And it's like, no, the fuck you don't. Like, I get so tired of hearing that every day. Because now I'm in the position I'm in, I get not hundreds of DMs, but like just say, 30, 35 DMs like every other day of people like seeing what they want to do.
Right.
And I just want to tell everybody, shut up.
Right.
Don't. But what's next? I don't know. Because I'm a chameleon. It's like the way I've set up my life is whatever comes next, it's just I like to do everything organically type of thing. So whatever comes up next, it's just going to happen organically. I mean, I know I'm thinking about doing a location on the east side, that's for sure. Okay. And a lot of stuff, I'm a big solid investor. I love to do that. And a lot of stuff, being a New Yorker, I don't like to share everything I have going on just because I guess it's instilled into me. I don't trust too many people.
Right.
So yeah, probably another Shauna's. And just probably some more solid investing and some more dope shit that people won't know about until they see me somewhere and in something like, how'd you get that? Like,
right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that answer.
Yeah.
So just to end it, you know the question that we always do. What is that excuse that you had to cut or overcome that got you here where you are right now? That one excuse.
Wait, say it one more time.
Just that one excuse that you had to cut. If you did not cut that excuse, you would not be here right now.
The same things I tell other people to stop doing. Watching other people live this life that they wanted to live. Like, stop watching people.
Explain a little bit more.
Like when I say pretty much everything that I tell people not to do, I once did to the full effect.
Got you.
Because I always try to be transparent, and I'm like, I'm not saying I'm better than you because I did the same shit. That's why I'm so passionate about telling you not to do it, because that's what I did, and I stopped, and I got more successful.
Right.
But yeah, whether it's watching people on Instagram, whether it's partying, whether it's drinking, whether it's drugs, whether it's anything that like these famous or pop people are doing, I would do, but without the work.
Right.
And so then I'll wake up and be like, I'm hungover, $2 in my pocket. I ain't really, but I did what they did. I'm like, nah, this ain't hot. All this gotta stop. Right. And then once you get some, you can go back to doing that stuff, and you can have fun.
Always be there.
That's gonna always be there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be that. It's that. No, that's a distraction. But while I'm here, I want to say it real quick.
Go ahead. Do you? This is your world now, Josh.
I feel like this podcast, right? I thought I was gonna say a whole bunch of things, but my brain just doesn't work like that. When you see me talking my shit on Instagram, it's things that just come to my head.
Randomly.
It's randomly. So like when I do podcasts in front of the camera, it's like if those things don't come, then they just don't come on my mouth.
Got you.
So it's like you'll see these social media like gurus, and it's like you'll look at them like, damn, they said that, but I don't write anything down. It just always comes. So I just want to apologize to anybody that thought that I was going to say a whole bunch of, dope stuff. Like, my brain don't work like that. I can be a comedian. I can be a businessman. I can run Brooklyn. Yeah, it's whatever. But today it was time.
I mean, I think you get it. You still give a lot of game.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't think so.
If there's one thing you want them to take from this episode, what's that one thing?
Wait, say it again.
If there's one thing the viewers or the listeners had to take from this episode, what is that one thing you want them to take back?
Get off social media and do it.
Get off social media and do it.
Get off social media and do it. Like that's get off social media and do it. Don't listen to no family members. Because quick story, I know we probably ran out of tape, whatever. I made it without my parents believing in me.
I gotta let you explain on this one.
Like when I moved to New York, I told my mom, I said, "Hey mom, I'm about to move to New York, be a model and actor." She laughed. Laughed. Now my mom is somebody I've always looked up to. She laughed. Okay, the best. Laugh. Cool. I told my brother, who I was working with at the time in my first restaurant job, I was like, "Corey, I'm moving to New York," and he was like, he laughed. He was like, "You never even been on a city bus. Like you don't even have you ever even traveled out of Florida?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No." He laughed, bro. He laughed. Those are two people I really looked up to the most. I told my dad, probably the third person. I told my dad, he was like, he's like, "You're not doing that. Go to the army and do something that you know you can do." And right now, as me saying this to you, that was probably my foundation on always wanting to, not always, but wanting to prove people that you can do whatever you want to do, despite anybody believing you. Because I made it without the three people I expect to really believe in you. Right. Not saying no, not chuckle, not saying you could do it. Now, mind you, I don't know who you closest to, but imagine you telling, "Hey man, I'm about to do this fitness, I'm about to do cold, I'm about to do NBA, I'm about to train all these people," and they laugh at your face.
Yeah. That's devastating.
It's devastating. Yeah. But that was my foundation of nobody can ever knock me off my shit. Nobody. Like it's like social media. Sometimes people say, "Oh man, you post too much of that." No, I made it without the three people believing. I don't give a fuck about I don't give a fuck about nothing. None of y'all got going on. Yeah. I don't care. I've made it because the three people I wanted to believe in me didn't believe in me. So that's what so yeah, just get off social media and do it.
I actually think I'm happy you shared that story because I think a lot of people they're scared to go after what they want because of the opinions of others. They're scared of what their mom might say, what their father might say, what their sister, their brother, that somebody had an opinion on their dreams, but they never lived their dream.
But and why though? We live, and this me get a little deeper now, so I can go to comments and deep like this. We live 80, 90 years, right?
Yeah.
If you're lucky. Why the fuck would you care about what anybody has to say?
Right.
Do you know your dad's dad?
No.
Do you know what he did?
No.
You don't even know.
Right.
So it's like, I don't even know. It's like, once we go on in these 80, no one's going to give a fuck about none of the shit that we did. No one's going to have any opinions. And so if you know you're going to literally die, no one's going to care or know what you did, then why wouldn't you just do it? Because, okay, I'm 34 right now. Everything I'm doing right now, I won't be able to do in 40 years. So why not just do it now? We're sitting here right now, we're dying. Every day we're getting closer to that. So just do it. So you're all your best friend like, "Man, don't do that." Why? That's the biggest thing.
Click this right here. Click that one. That one's
my biggest thing.
That part. Hey, if you stayed to the end of this video, lucky for you, give yourself a shot on the back because that was major. Josh, I appreciate you being here, bro. Appreciate you so much, bro. Hey, man, there's one thing for certain, one thing for sure. With this episode, you got something, you learned something. You will grow, you will elevate if you put things into actions. You did. We out, man. Breaking no excuse.